For one thing, it is very much a spiritual experience from the point of taking an animal's life to the point of making it a consumable dish that maybe 200 people might eat on that day. It's a very, very grounding experience. You know, it reminds you of like where we were, what we really are, and where we're really from. My name is Toby Rodriguez. I'm a carpenter and a makeshift butcher. I've known to do various boucheries throughout the year, which is the butchering mostly of a hog. Boucherie is a French word for butchering.
This knife is used to bleed it, to get all the blood out for our blood through there. Basically, they stick it in around the neck area all the way to the heart and then bleed it out.
The reason for boucheries in our area originally was because the community had to eat. And butchering an animal, whether it be a hog or a calf, is a lot of work. And there was no real like refrigeration at the time. So even if you got through the day and butchered an entire animal by yourself, what were you going to do with it? You still had to process it. You still had to somehow preserve it. And one way to cut down on the quantity that you had to preserve and to get some help was to get the neighbors involved, get your community involved.
You cut into that layers and layers of meat through.
Oh, man.
It's just a big fat sausage.
Yeah. And what's that called again?
Ponce Boudin. Some people call it a showdown. I don't know. The jury's out on what the difference is. Ponce may be smoked, showdown may be not smoked.
There's no coincidence in who participates and who is asked to be a cook at my boucheries. I choose people that are just as passionate about what they do on that day than what I am about the entire boucherie. I choose people who I know that I can count on. I choose people who also that I agree with their methods, and I agree with their recipes, and I agree with their recipe for that dish. Like, I'm not gonna ask someone to come and cook gratons and I don't like their gratons. Like, for that day, I'm the head chef. I'm the restaurant owner, and I choose who I want to be on grill, or who I want to be my saucier, or who I want to be my pastry chef.
Because what I do when I make a roux, I use hog oil. I don't use vegetable oil. I use hog oil, and it's worked for me. I've won the World Championship Gumbo Cook-Off 7 times.
Boucheries used to be, or traditionally were done as a way to preserve meat. But the Lundi Gras Boucherie is done for complete consumption. So that animal goes from being a live creature to being completely digested in a matter of 6 hours. Completely digested. Like hardly anything left. Yeah, it's a complete indulgence. You can, and it's pork. It's bacon, it's hog crackling and boudin. It's all this like really rich, nice, greasy food that you just, it's, what's more addictive as far as cuisine goes than pork and bacon? There's nothing like walking into a house where someone's cooking pork. It's an undeniable. It's the crack rock of cuisine. I would say. Ow!
How y'all looking over here, fellas?
We looking like some sauce, bro.